thank you so much for your interest in the New Mama Welcome Pack. And what I thought I'd do today in this video is just to explain a little bit about the background of why I made it and why I set it up. My name is Catherine, I'm the organiser of the New Mama Welcome Pack. The New Mama Welcome Pack has 60 contributors from, I counted, 13 countries over the world, so it's an international collaboration and it's really cool, I love saying that. But it sets up from my instigation basically, and I had my baby, how long ago was it now? 17 months ago, wow. He's now a toddler, and I'm trying to run like online business whilst managing life with my toddler as well, so that's what I'm doing. But when I had my baby, I took the road of ignorance and deliberate ignorance, because I didn't read any of the baby books. I deliberately, didn't look into what to expect with a newborn baby. I just thought, you know what, I don't really want to know, I'll just go with the flow. And I probably wouldn't change doing that again, but I was unprepared for how hard it was looking after a newborn baby. Things such as the time it takes breastfeeding. Oh my gosh, like all day long just breastfeeding. I couldn't believe it. Had to go and see some breastfeeding experts who reassured me that it was normal and okay. Things like the sleep deprivation, how to cope with that, the impact on your relationships, the aftermath of having given birth, and sort of trying to cope with the emotional roller coaster of everything. And I really felt like it was a huge milestone in my life. In my life as a person, as a person myself. And whilst, I was totally celebratory about having the baby, it was wonderful, I also felt like I needed something for me to help me to come to terms with my new life and to accept what had happened. And actually when I was looking after my newborn baby, I was part of a business forum on Facebook, and I posted on there. It was a business forum for mums specifically in the birth industry. I posted on there because I thought it would be useful, and I said, look, this is what I as a newborn baby mum wanted. I'd love something that celebrates me. I want meditations to listen to while I'm breastfeeding, so I can meditate on what's happened to me. I want something that celebrates what I'm doing. I'm getting up every morning, heaving myself out of bed when I'm so tired with no sleep. I want something that celebrates that. I was there putting little stickers on a chart above the nappy change area, trying to celebrate my everyday achievements, motivating myself. But after the first 2 weeks of when you've had a baby, you get all these gifts in. They're all for the baby, which is, is really great. But then, like, everyone goes home, your partner, if they've maybe been around for 2 weeks or something like that, they have to go back to work maybe, and then you're there looking after the baby day in, day out, 24 hours a day, pretty much. You need motivating, you need celebrating. It is hard, it is really hard. It's like a boot camp, it's like torture boot camp, and you're learning so much, and it's amazing, and it's just wonderful, and it's emotional, but it's hard. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I posted to this group saying, you know what, this is what I think it should be, and it should have, like I said, meditations, audios, videos, things to celebrate you. And I did some reading, and I learned about this thing called a blessing way, which is like almost like a sort of spiritual ritual that celebrates a woman who is just about to give birth. And I felt like what I wanted this product to be was like a virtual blessing way, but one that carried on for 3 months, the 4th trimester, because the 4th trimester is generally considered to be one of the most difficult times. What I found when I gave birth was, part of you thinks, oh gosh, I've gone through the pregnancy, I've gone through childbirth, the baby is finally out of my body, thank goodness, now I can relax, it's going to get easier, and now I can do things again, Oh gosh, no, I found that I had to slow down even more. I'm such an idiot. Maybe most of you already knew this, but I didn't. So you have to slow down even more. The fourth trimester, that's why they call it that, because your baby is still totally dependent on you, even though they are out of your body finally. So I wanted this product to last for the fourth trimester, so for 3 months. After all the attention has gone away, no more gifts are coming in, you're there in the day-to-day grind, you're trying to work out your new routine, you're trying to work out how to get out of the house, you're trying to work out how to eat food while the baby doesn't want to be put down, you're trying to work out what to do with your life, you're trying to question everything, how it's going to impact your relationships, how it's going to impact your career. So that's why I wanted it to be a 3-month product. So the new mum will get sort of regular motivational support and things like that. So I put this on the forum just as a suggestion for someone else to make, but then I, obviously as you can tell, I felt really called to create it myself, so I did. And I put a call out on various forums for women who have websites or businesses aimed at mums to collaborate with me. And it was amazing because I was blown away by the response. These women sent such beautiful, heartfelt, wonderful messages. They sent videos, audios, they sent their ebooks, they sent their art, and yeah, some of them actually made me cry because at the time when I was bringing it together, obviously I'd gone beyond the newborn period, but I could really think back to how I felt, and I knew that watching it then and having it then would have made a massive difference to me. It would have made me feel like what I was going through was normal. It would have made me feel proud of myself. It would have made me feel celebrated, acknowledged. It would have made me feel like I could take time and really enjoy the newborn sort of experience as much as it's possible to do. And yeah, it would have made me feel that I wasn't alone. So these women blew me away with their contributions, and I am so honoured that they decided to collaborate with me. It's amazing. So as I said, we've got 60 of them. Gosh, what else do I need to tell you? That's basically the background of why I set it up. The reason why it is aimed at the mum, I've already covered some of that already. I'm British, so I say mum, but we use the term mama in the pack because it's international. Yeah, when I had my pregnancy, I read around a lot. Well, I didn't read around a lot. I read a lot of blogs that just I wasn't looking to read, but they kind of popped up in my feed, and they were really negative about what being a mum was meant to be, and about motherhood in general. And yes, although it is hard, I, as a new mum and as a pregnant woman, did not want to hear all of that negativity and things about how you're going to lose your identity, you're never going to do anything again, you'll never sleep again, you may as well give up on your dreams because you'll never have any time to do anything. And I was like, no way, that's not going to happen to me. I absolutely refuse. I'm still going to be myself with my dreams, my passions, my interests. I'm still going to be me. I'm just going to add on this aspect to my identity of being a mum, and I'm going to grow as a person. I'm not going to shrivel as a person and just become this one thing, which is a mum, which is great as well, but there's many aspects to me, and I don't think that I should lose that in being a mother. And so that is why the new Mama Welcome Pack is focused on the mum, because when you're looking after a newborn baby, you are thinking about the baby, but you're also kind of thinking about yourself as well and how it impacts on you. But you're mainly thinking about the baby. Everyone else is talking about the baby, everyone else is thinking about the baby, you're researching about the baby, you're reading about the baby. What about you? What about you? Is there anyone there looking after you and motivating you and telling you that you're doing an amazingly brilliant job, and keep going, and yes, it is hard, but it'll get better, and what you've done is so just astounding and brilliant, and you're working really hard, and it is important and it is valuable. So yes, that's why it's focused on the mum. It is such an amazing time. I mean, I feel like the time, if my life was a timeline, like a piece of string or something, when I gave birth was like a big pin in the string, like pinning it down, like a big significant moment. It's almost as if time bends. It's just such a significant time of your life, and I just want to help mums through it. What kind of gave me the idea of this was when I was actually maybe about 5 months, when my baby was 5 months old. I was walking around the hospital where I gave birth, just because I was passing by and I was walking by, and I just thought, oh gosh, let's go and look around. So I went in and walked around and just looked at where I went to all the clinics and had to do all those flipping urine samples and blood tests over and over again, and walked up to the corridors where I was having my labour pains and brought back all the memories. And then I went to the newborn maternity ward where people stay when they've had their baby, and this woman came hobbling out and she smiled at me and I smiled at her. I had my baby in a carrier, and I just thought, I felt such a sense of empathy towards her and compassion and everything, because I'd been there myself a few months before, and I thought that it would be so wonderful to help these women and to provide something that maybe they're not going to get from anywhere else, because I'm not aware of any other product or experience that is quite like what we've created here.